A tough game tonight, though, against Bay City John Glenn. Laura Downhour joining us in the locker room. And Laura, of course, the playoff atmosphere was back. Mount Morris rolling, trying to keep the momentum going, right?
Rolling, and definitely kind of a deja vu feeling going on at Mount Morris tonight, because last year they faced Bay City John Glenn in the playoffs, but back then John Glenn knocked Mount Morris out of the playoffs. The Bobcats have had better success getting in the playoffs. This is their 6th straight trip, whereas Mount Morris hasn't been there in 15 years. They did win their conference for the first time in 15 years, though, this year, so maybe a sign of things to come. Let's go ahead and check and see. Mount Morris did have the home field advantage tonight, and they get things started with this 35-yard pass. Quarterback Scott Roy to Chris Richardson. That sets up this. We'll call it a nice little run, but actually Cody Marty, he goes 55 yards for the touchdown. Mount Morris is on the board first, and they led 10-0 at the half. John Glenn not on the board until the 3rd. The quarterback Aaron Craves taking things in his own hands and taking it in, score 10-7. Closest they would get, though. Here Mount Morris, Roy gives to Jerry Fields. He's going to take it all the way in, and they'll add even more to their lead with a similar run here. The Panthers get revenge after last year's loss, beating John Glenn 38-23 tonight and winning their first playoff game since 1988. It
feels awesome, man. I love being a part of this. It's something special. It's my senior year, and I just love to be a part of this.
It feels good. It feels good. It's a great victory for the boys at home. It's a great victory for our program. It's just another step. We're one more step to attaining our goals.
So John Glenn now, of course, has a long off season, and Mount Morris will head to the 2nd round of the playoffs. They will play Carroll at Carroll next week. I'm Laura Downhour in the locker room. Back to Mark and Pete in the studio.
All right, thank you, Laura.
With Bay City John Glenn taking on Mount Morris. We pick it up with the Panthers up 10-7 in the 3rd and adding to their lead here. Jerry Fields, remember that name, taking it in from 7 yards out to make it 17-7 Mount Morris. Then in the 4th, it is Fields again, this time from 2 yards out, giving the Panthers a 17-point lead. And how about some Panther defense? Guess who? Jerry Fields with the interception takes it back 80 yards for the score. Fields, a one-man wrecking crew as Mount Morris advances, getting revenge for last year, 38-23 the final.